our football feast. Hello, welcome, happy holidays. It's CT Sports Now here on the Vantage Sports Network, only on Frontier Communications. So happy to be with you. I'm Mark Robbins.
And I'm Noah Fins, and as Mark is as big a tradition as we have in the state is high school football on Thanksgiving Day. I mean, it's tremendous.
It is. So many games throughout the state, these established rivalries, bragging rights, in a lot of cases, determining who's going to the state playoffs.
And in some cases, games that will go down in history, like the one we had, Darien at New Canaan.
Absolutely.
Oh, they call it the Turkey Bowl, a game some people see as big as the state championship game itself.
Right,
Darien at New Canaan.
Yep.
Right? The FCAC regular season title on the line, as well as playoff seedings. The game was seen on the HAN network. We had it here, courtesy of our friends at the HAN network. Here's what we can show you. An epic game that looked like it was going to be a runaway by the Blue Wave of Darien. Darien up, New Canaan trying to score. Graham Braden does so. He gets loose. He's to the outside. 77 yards for big Graham Braden. Almost taken down, but he sheds the would-be tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. Darien still leading 13-10. Comes right back. Very next play. How about this? Brian Peters to Max Grant. He breaks a tackle, and he's gone for the touchdown. So lots of scoring and plenty of drama. Darien up 20-10. Darien going to increase that lead. Yeah, big wave. Darien gets a sack, forces the fumble. It's picked up by Teddy Hood. And, the big guy. He dreamt about this last night, right? He goes in for the score. 34-10, Darien. New Canaan storming back. How about this? Andrew Pine hitting Quentin O'Connell. He takes it down to the 2-yard line. First and goal. Now we're at a 4th and goal. Time winding down. New Canaan gives it to Ryan O'Connell. Is he in? Is he in?
I think so.
Just seconds remaining. They tie the game. This game's going to overtime. After 34-10, we're going to overtime. First possession for Darien. Into field goal range, right? This is how they do the tiebreaker. The kick is up. The kick is good. Now New Canaan gets a chance. But on the very first play, pass intercepted. Finley Collins picks the ball, and with that, Darien does it. Wins the bowl 37-34. This is a game they're going to talk about for an awful long time. Both teams are going to be in the state playoffs. The seeding's obviously affected, with Darien earning the top seed in Class L. We'll get to all the seeding, the unofficial seedings later in the show. But how about that for a game that had all the hype to live up to it?
It's just amazing and incredible. The rivalry just reaches a new level every year.
Tremendous.
Can't imagine that they could play more meaningful, tight, historic type games, and they do.
The fans, and they were close to 5,000. They got their money's worth on that one.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Now, not to be outdone, another great rivalry. Cheshire and Southington, the Route 10 rivalry, two programs with tremendous football tradition. Southington had already secured a playoff spot in Double L. Cheshire needed a win to get in. Both with the sledgehammers, as you can see, they come onto the field. Now, here's something that's very interesting. At the coin toss, the captains come out, and the officials say, all right, guys, shake hands. Uh-oh.
What?
No. Southington says no, because Cheshire was taunting Southington during pregame warm-ups. That upset Southington. Cheshire, that's unacceptable for you, Rams. The official, David Turquist, told them right here, I suggest when an official tells you to do something, you shake hands. And the next time he did, they still didn't do it.
Wow.
David Turquist told me this is the first time he's ever seen this happen in many years of officiating. Unacceptable on both sides. Two wrongs don't make a right. But now on to football. And Matt Nugent with a big play for the Cheshire defense, recovering the fumble, leads to this. Eric Angelone takes the pass, gets it down to around the 1-yard line, fumbled. It was recovered out of bounds. Cheshire maintains possession. Next play. Elijah Alston busts over, and the Rams have a 7-0 first quarter lead until Southington's Vance Upham, Adam, Byam. Look at the speed. 79 yards. A tremendous run. Southington grabbed control of this football game and would go on to the victory. They stay undefeated, 47-20. And again, I'm on a little soapbox here. You got to be the bigger team if you're Southington. I know Cheshire, it's unacceptable to be taunting before the game, but You don't show up the official. You don't, in front of 5,000 people, not shake hands. I know they did at the end of the game because the administrators and coaches at both sides weren't going to put up with that.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, but as it turns out, Cheshire now out of playoffs. Southington maintains a high seed. We'll get to that. Meanwhile, our next game is the oldest high school rivalry in the country. Thanksgiving. They've been playing this game since 1875. Norwich Free Academy and New London. This year, the historical rivalry with a lot riding on it. Playoff seedings and just a chance to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
How about this? How about Mekhi Hernandez, number 14 for New London, pulling double duty? He plays football and he's in the band. Now, New London loses its starting quarterback with an ankle injury, and that hurt the Whalers. No score until the third quarter. Jawan Johnson here for the Wildcats, or running the Wildcat, gets NFA deep into scoring spot there, especially after the penalty. And then Shea McManaway scores here, and so NFA finally busts onto the scoreboard. It's 7-0. Now, New London trying to come back. Jacob Commander, number 30. This guy looks like an NFL running back. He looks like he runs for the Packers. Right?
Yes.
And look at him going down the sidelines. I thought he was going to break this, but he's finally taken down. But you're thinking New London in great position after that great Commander run. But no. Big defensive play coming up right here. Miles Joyner, looking like Charlie Joyner, stepping in front of that pass. He's going the other way. And no one's going to stop him. Nobody's going to stop him. He's taking it 95 yards back the other way for the touchdown, and that really sealed the deal as NFA wins the rivalry. Final score 13-0, and with it earns a spot into the playoffs. New London is in anyway, and we'll get to the playoff seedings coming up. But what a huge game with Norwich Free Academy pulling out the 13-0 victory and a spot in the playoffs.
Elm City Bowl. Hill House and Wilbur Cross, first time at the renovated Bowen Field. Wilbur Cross, Terrell Watts to Quaney Taylor. And the Governors have struck first, a 6-0 lead, and why not be happy? Wow, everybody jumping for joy for Wilbur Cross, but here comes Hill House. Chase Kinsley with the interception, and a nice little return, huh?
Wow.
Up the sideline, breaking tackles. Tremendous return. Hill House would add to their lead. They get the touchdown. Sean Agaro with the carry, 7-6. The advantage to David Harris. I mean, this kid can fly. Gets around the corner and down the sidelines for the touchdown. The Academics lead it 13-6. And then Quintus Reed to Matthew Brian. That's another touchdown for Hill House. They would add a 2-point conversion, 21-6 at the break, 33-20. Hill House moving on into the state tournament. We'll talk about where the Academics will play after the 33-20 win over Wilbur Cross.
Well, how about this one? Fairfield Prep needing to beat West Haven to earn a playoff spot. A terrific game. Second quarter, we pick up action. West Haven scored 2 touchdowns in the first minute of the game. Fairfield Prep coming back. Douglas Harrison the third. Wow. He goes in. 21-14. Third quarter action. 4th and 3 for West Haven. Allende Johnson makes the big stop for Fairfield Prep. All right, Fairfield Prep looking to make a comeback here. And wait a minute. Patrick Conti goes in. Little sneak play. We have a tie game at 21. Fairfield Prep has the ball. Gonna drive again. And dance a little while you're at it, huh? Driving again, but Chris Chance steps in front of this pass, and now West Haven has the ball, right? We're still tied 21-all, and you got to see Kyle Godfrey. His brother Anthony not playing with an ankle injury. Well, Kyle making up the slack. Oh, he's gone. Breaks back the other way. Played some big defensively as well. And that 53-yard touchdown for Kyle Godfrey gives West Haven the 28-21 victory. West Haven obviously into the playoffs, finishes the regular season undefeated. Boy, they just had such a tough schedule. But you finish with a victory over a really good Fairfield Prep team with their quarterback back, 28-21.
Yeah, it was some football game and some gauntlet that the Blue Devils ran to go undefeated.
That's what Rich Boucher, the head coach at West Haven, was calling it. That's right.
You know what? We got to take a little break, catch our breath, because our football feast has only come to a quick break. The second course is coming up.
That's right. The Battle of Meriden, Naugatuck Valley, West Hartford, Waterford. We're covering you next here on CT Sports Now, Football Feast on the Vantage Sports Network. Well, we hope everyone is having a great holiday weekend. Thank you for tuning into our Football Feast on CT Sports Now. A big thank you to our crew for working the holiday to bring you high school football from all over the state.
And thank you to Mother Nature for holding the rain off until after our games. In fact, at the Battle of Meriden, a beautiful late morning, early afternoon. Bragging rights for the town, plus a state tournament berth automatic to the winner of this one. So the intensity really cranked up. Dapper Dan showing up for this one. I guess not realizing 1920 was a long time ago. First half, Platt's Ethan Dudley saying, you come over the middle at your own risk to the Spartans of Maloney. Last play of the first half, the senior Javion Wright for the Spartans, 5'8", banging in for the touchdown, 7-6. Maloney led it at the break. The second half, that's when the Platt offense finally got things going, in particular behind the hard running of Tavori Atkins, and then the passing game got going for the Platt Panthers as well. And when it was all said and done, the Battle of Meriden and a state playoff berth goes to the Panthers. They'll be on the prowl next week in the state tournament as we hit the scoreboard to tell you it's 38-22. That is your final. And now we say happy Thanksgiving to one of our dedicated student reporters who's been doing a fabulous job all football season for us here on CT Sports Now.
Stephen Wasserman spending his Thanksgiving Day morning in the Valley for a couple big games. Hello, Stephen.
Hey guys, and happy Thanksgiving to you as well. So I have a great rivalry in Ansonia and Naugatuck. Ansonia trying to complete an undefeated regular season and improve their playoff seeding. Ansonia, the home team in this one, as they will be wearing the blue and Naugatuck wearing the white. Here we go. Let's start off with a defensive highlight. This is Markel Dobbs picking off the pass. Look at that athleticism as he comes down with the ball, and this will set up a trick play for the Chargers. It's the end around. Getting the ball here is Justin Lopez. Where'd he go? There he is. He gets around one defender here along the sideline and scores for 6. Ansonia up 7-0. After recovering a safety, Ansonia is back for more. Bryson Cafaro throws it to Cody Teodosio. Can't quite get in down at the 1-yard line, but that's all right because Markel Dobbs is back for more, able to punch it in from 1 yard out. Ansonia goes up 16-0, and they run away with this one. Ansonia takes down Naugatuck by a score of 44-0. Shelton now facing off against Derby, and this is a big matchup. A good crowd on hand as well for Shelton. First play I see is a blocked punt. Low snap. The block comes from Michael Casanelli. It's picked up by Santino Durante. There he is, and he runs it in for the touchdown. Shelton leading 17-0 in the first quarter, and Shelton back for more. This is David Wells. Not that David Wells, but a good throw nonetheless, as he throws it to Joe Zappi for the 56-yard touchdown. Shelton up now 34-0, and Ronnie Rich. There's that running back, number 23. He cuts to the outside. Back inside, back outside. They can't quite get him. Back inside again. And they finally bring him down with 3 defenders. But Ronnie Rich wanted to cap off his own tremendous drive. He punches it in from about 6 yards away. Ronnie Rich with a touchdown. Shelton goes up 38-0. And much like Ansonia, Shelton runs away with it in the second half. They take it over Derby by a score of 44-8. So Noah, Mark, happy Thanksgiving, and I'll throw it back to you.
Wow, great job, Stephen. Some great games up in the Valley. Ansonia, Shelton, they're both playoff bound. We'll get,
powerful
like I say,
squads.
we'll get to that. Yep, every year after year. All right, we're going from one end of the state to the other. Greenwich holding out hopes of making the playoffs, but to get there, a win over Staples, absolutely crucial. Oh, this is for you, Mark. We know how you like the culinary
you didn't have
pleasures.
some of that.
Oh, well, you know. All right, Greenwich with the ball, trying to get the ball moving. Connor Langen finds Matt Morganti. He catches the ball across the middle, and Greenwich's offense is warming up, although we're still at 0-0 here. Then you see some Staples defense. Staples can get it done on both sides of the ball. Brendan Musad with the interception here, and that kind of kills that Greenwich drive. Big pick by big number 17. He's like 6'6". He's a big
biggest
kid.
safety in the state.
Yeah, he's tall. Tough getting the ball over his head. Greenwich now looking again on offense to get it done. Langan on the screen finds Tyler Ferris. He picks up some room. When all was said and done, they did all the scoring when our cameras left. Come on, Greenwich. 37-10, and that was a big win for the Cardinals because with it, they earn a playoff spot, at least as it stands right now. 37-10 over Staples.
North Haven hosting the Spartans of Amity. An annual matchup, and didn't take long for North Haven to get on the board. Jack Steinman to Kyle Malilo. 36 yards and a 7-0 North Haven advantage. Amity, late first quarter, mounts a rally. Colin Bolio on the play fake, running it in. 7-6. They're excited. A little bit later on, 3 minutes in fact before halftime, Max Sullivan barreling into the end zone. Good offensive line work by North Haven, makes it 21-6. North Haven goes on and beats Amity by the final of 49-14.
Another good game. Another good game. We are serving up more on our football feast here on CT Sports now as soon as we return from this commercial break.
Yeah, Reading, Hamden, Bristol. Your team's coming up next. We'll be right back.
80.
Now welcome back to our football feast, a special edition here on CT Sports Now. Tell your friends about what we're doing. This highlight show will repeat several times over the next few days. We want to make sure everybody gets a chance to see all the highlights we have, their kids, friends, neighbors, and of course themselves on this big high school football day.
Right? Of
Yeah.
course. Our next game is what they call the Green Bowl. Notre Dame West Haven, the Green Knights against Hamden, the Green Dragons. Notre Dame needing a win today to keep playoff hopes alive. We get a shot from the blimp and then we pick up action, all right? So Notre Dame already up big. Caleb Cadet trying to add to it. He's around the outside. He's gonna get to the 10-yard line. I thought he was going to score. He didn't. Anyway, Hamden was being shut out up until 2 minutes until halftime. They finally get into the end zone here. John Mays pulls in the catch, and that's a Hamden touchdown. So it's 42-6 at that point, but Notre Dame then adds one more on just to make sure that they're going to have a playoff spot. Caleb Cadet runs in from 10 yards out the far sideline there. He gets into the end zone to make it 55-6. That's how the game ended, 55-6. So Notre Dame, West Haven, wins the game, secures a playoff spot. They needed a win today, and they get it in the Green Bowl.
That's a good football team there. East Catholic and Northwest Catholic, the Archbishop Bowl. And East Catholic trying to rally here. In fact, 32-yard run from Mark Zazzaro. And they trail it 25-18, but they're coming back. In fact, then Mazzaro to Josh Mendoza. It's 28-25. Then later on, East Catholic's on top and Northwest Catholic trying this field goal attempt. Clayton Stewart trying to tie it up. Just missed it. So you think, oh my, Northwest Catholic is in trouble, but the defense is going to make a big play. In fact, here it is. Spencer Merkel with the interception and the return. And no, he didn't.
Oh.
Yes, he did. Took it in for the touchdown. 38-28. Northwest Catholic comes back and wins it. In fact, Merkel, you saw a quick glimpse of it, got the MVP with 4 touchdowns and those 2 picks in the ballgame.
All right, let's check out Waterford hosting East Lyme as we head way up the shoreline here. East Lyme is fired up. So there's Waterford. Here's East Lyme. Both teams, they really want this game, right? Kyle Cordoza, the inside handoff here. This was after his touchdown for Waterford was called back. So a nice run here, and it helps set up Luke Bars. He just takes the handoff. I don't think I want to tackle that kid. He's in for the touchdown. 7-0 Waterford with the lead. Now they have to play a little defense, and Waterford does. Naheed Fleming. Watch number big 78. I don't think I want to be tackled by that guy. Look at him. Big dude. Sends up the offense. Spencer Hoagland reads the hole, keeps the ball, scores. He gets the touchdown. 14-0 Waterford is up. Waterford goes on to win the game 33-20, so a nice win to close out the season for the Lancers.
Weston playing at Joel Barlow, taking on the Falcons. And Weston's Alex Frubis, a 32-yard run for the quarterback, leading to a touchdown. Later on, Joel Barlow, going deep, 78 yards. The connection here, Trevor Fuhrer to Henry Shaban, and Shazam, It's a Joel Barlow Falcons touchdown. They lead at 13-12. Weston would rally. 19-yard run from George Getz. He gets out of bounds. And then the Weston touchdown. Alex Frubice to Jason Lawrence on the dive. Joel Barlow would answer. Henry Eubanks with that touchdown coming up here. Henry Eubanks. No relation to Bob Eubanks.
I was
and
wondering.
The newlywed game.
I was wondering.
We're both too old to be wondering and referencing. Joel Barlow.
Whoa,
Tyler Starlett with a nice throw to Alex Stillman, who makes a terrific catch. And then a little trickeration later on, and the trickeration 19-13 is your final. Weston gets a nice road win over the Falcons of Joel Barlow.
So much football we've covered, so much more to come. That's right, there's still more football feast here on CT Sports Now.
Is it possible we haven't even gone to the Battle of Trumbull?
We'll have it.
Or be in Bridgeport yet?
It's all coming
We've
up.
got it all coming in just a moment.
Welcome back to CT Sports Now on the Vantage Sports Network. Our football feast, so many games on Thanksgiving, and we have more to show you.
Another helping. In fact, the Battle of Trumbull.
Go back for seconds.
Thirds, fourths. What a Thanksgiving rivalry between Trumbull and St. Joe's, and this one big for the cadets of St. Joe's. The Trumbull students really excited about this one. Here's St. Joe's Corey Babineau finding Jared Malazzi for the cadet touchdown. 14-7 Trumbull with the lead, and they would add to it. Early second quarter, John McElroy to Dustin Siqueira. Oh, he finds some freedom, and it's 21-7. And later on, McElroy to Peter Reverta. And he breaks that tackle, a nice block, and into the end zone, 30-7. The Eagles are flying at this point. And, well, you want to talk about flying? Check out Danny Hoffman on the return. Oh, no, he didn't. Yeah, he's coming right at us down the sidelines, and that's a great way for Trumbull to end a Thanksgiving Day romp. 39-7 at that point. 39-7 is your final. Trumbull knocks off St. Joe's, but the cadets still in the Class S playoffs.
And now, thanks to the win, so is Trumbull. Trumbull
right.
gets into the playoffs. Hey, the Battle of Bridgeport, Harding, and Bridgeport Central at Kennedy Stadium. This thing was all Harding. Harding needing a victory today as well, trying to get into the playoffs. Jeremiah Faust, the 9-yard touchdown run, and it's 12-0. Harding out in front. Now playing a little defense, trying to get the offense the ball back. Coleman Adams steps in front of the pass. Nice interception here for Adams. So Harding's offense does go back to walk. Karan Blow recovers a fumble here, right? This was another big defensive play. Recovers the fumble and gives the offense now the ball back in great field position. And Morgan Cleveland takes advantage. He just kind of bowls his way into the end zone. That makes it 20-0. And Harding leaves no doubts about this one, winning in shutout fashion, 44-0. So the Presidents will be playoff bound with that 44-0 victory. All right.
Battle of Bristol at historic Muzzy Field. It's like a time warp.
Yeah, I love it.
Maybe that the other guy. How about these are the best signs, hands down, in the state. Bristol Eastern gets credit for those. Late third quarter, look at Tommy Nelligan, the nose tackle for Bristol Central.
Oh, he's ready to go.
Is he jacked up? The ball's at the half-yard line for Bristol Eastern. Tommy's waiting for a big play. Tommy's going to get his wish. It turns into a safety. 2 points for the Rams, and there goes Tommy. I mean, is he having a heck of a Thanksgiving? So is this kid. Dathan Hickey on the jet sweep to the right. That was a bad idea. I'm going to go the other side and look at how much space he has. He goes 37 yards. That was the first play after the free kick. And Bristol Central winds up rolling 30-12, and they win the Battle of Bristol over the Lancers.
All right, real quick, we have to look at the teams making the playoffs in the different classes. Let's start with Class Double L. These are unofficial, but here's how it looks now. Darien, the number 1 seed, West Haven, the number 2 seed. So Darien will play Greenwich. West Haven will take on Richfield. Newtown will take on Shelton. And Southington gets the other home game, taking on Norwich. Free Academy earning the right to get in with the victory over New London.
Those are some great Double L games. In Class L, Windsor, the top seed, getting 8th seed Harding. New Canaan, the 2 seed, will take on 7th seed Massac. New London at number 3 gets Notre Dame of West Haven. I love that one in the 3-6 matchup. And Middletown's your 4th seed. They get Platt of Meriden.
All right, let's check them out in Class M. Valley Regional, the top seed, will take on Berlin. Hillhouse will get Bowenfield's first ever home playoff game. How about that to take on New Fairfield? Killingly versus Bunnell, and Wolcott will host against St. Joe's. Had they beaten Trumbull, would have gotten the number 1 seed. As it is, they dropped to 5.
And in Class S, Capital Prep, the top seed, gets Seymour, the number 8 seed Wildcats, who played on Wednesday. Ansonia will take on Stafford, East Windsor, Summers, all 3 of them. Bloomfield is the 3rd seed against Cromwell, Portland. I like that matchup. And Rocky Hill gets the Tigers of Bullard Havens Tech in a 4-5 Class S matchup.
And I think that's it.
Can we eat?
It's time to go us to go. You know, the next football games we cover will be the quarterfinals, and that will be on Tuesday. We want to wish everybody a terrific holiday Thanksgiving weekend.
Enjoy the holidays, everybody. We'll see you next time.